main bulkhead in here. This is going to be where the mast lands on top of the cabin roof. It's a deck stepped mast. So the last week since the last episode, I've been working on all the bulkhead walls. These have been put in. They've got insulation in between, and then they've got structural beams inside. Also, there's a hardwood beam directly under these deck beams to take all the weight of them. They're structural walls. They're put through to the lining with a cleat down into the hull. This area here is in the main part of the forecastle. There'll be the companionway stairs will come down here. This bulkhead is going to be made of about 4 layers of 18mm ply. It'll then, at the edge of it, have a hardwood post, and that's going to come up here and be a ring frame that'll go right around the cabin roof and the cabin sides to take the weight of the mast. That then will land down on this floor timber, which has been built up the entire way to the floor height and has the hatch trimmers let into it. That'll therefore take all the weight of the mast, and there'll be no downward pressure into the carlins. Walking through here is the door into the head area. There'll be 3 windows in the back of the cabin, and once this cabin side sits on top of the beam here, we're going to cut this beam away. It looks like you'll hit your head on it at the moment, but we'll cut the beam away once the cabin is put in, and that will therefore become the beam. Down in here, we've got the recessed shower, which is going to come out to about here, and then to this floor timber. The head will be on this side, and then moving forward, there's going to be a floating bench with a few drawers underneath for all the toiletries and things like that. The waste for the sink will just run through the bulkhead wall and then under the bunk. While it'll be simple, it'll be roughly in the style of the Deal Island 50s and the other launches that we make. It's going to be a little bit more simplified in a way with the shower, but it'll be along those lines with the white painted walls, arras beams, fitted right up the whole way with the lining board ceiling. So now that I've put in these structural bulkhead walls, which have to be put in before the deck goes on the boat, obviously, because you need to plane the shear down eventually. This bulkhead has been roughed in, and then we've set the doors out. The plan's actually changed a little bit to how this was drawn with the bulkheads coming on an angle, but the rough idea was set down in this initial drawing. I'm now going to start and put this dividing bulkhead in. That's going to be quite thick with some insulation because we want to stop all the engine room noise travelling further forward. The wet well is obviously good insulation, full of water. So this will be two layers of plywood with about 2 inches of insulation in between. And then I've got 2 more deck beams, which are the final 2 per side to put in. And once that's completed, we can start planing all the deck structure down, getting ready to lay the plywood on. Now that all the bulkheads are protruding through, we can plane them down a lot easier than fitting them once the plywood's on. And that's the plan for the next few weeks. We'll then lay the floor down the side of these bunks, and that'll allow us to get in there with the computer model and start to get the rough drawings for the CNC. So all the bunks in the boat will end up just being CNC'd out of plywood, and then they'll be installed in the boat, but they should hopefully fit perfectly now that we've got an accurate model.